one before another.
Also, is it love one another as the Bible does?
How many ones are there and how many another's are there? There's 6. So there's 6 ones and there's 6 another's. You know the saying? 6 of one and half a dozen of another.
Oh.
Which means they're the same. There's 6 of one and half a dozen of another. That means basically the same.
Old English style.
And what's this? Sandbox. Didn't you play in a sandbox when you were young?
Oh,
Yeah. And this one? Timing. And this one's?
Split timing. Timing split.
Which one is it? This is the first one?
Okay. Which one is
Can
it?
you guess it?
So please give us another hint. Timing split. Schedule. Oh.
That's the first one. This is the second one. Okay?
Timing. Time.
And this one is?
Aim. Split.
Split.
Oh, split timing. Time is split.
Split second timing.
Oh.
Split second timing. It's like the Formula One. Split second timing. Okay.
You also bring the one back. Also
Talking of Formula One, my daughter is going to the Dutch Grand Prix. They leave on Wednesday. She's going, her mother's going with her, they're not to the Grand Prix. So they're going to Paris first, and then they're going to Bruges, and then they're going to Amsterdam, and then my daughter's going to the Grand Prix. Oh, I think it's the 12th.
When is that?
I think it's they leave on the 12th, so it must be the 7th, 8th, 15th, must be the 22nd, I think. 22nd of August. So my daughter will be there. She's a mad keen Max Verstappen fan. Yesterday, feels like yesterday. Last week, I think we had, or the week before. Yeah. And this is all they're playing.
Oh my goodness.
So we're going to have this group again.
1 plus.
One place. We had 3 blind mice. Remember we had the mice without the eyes? Okay. What have we got here?
Cycle. 3 cycles.
Yes, what's
Oh!
tricycle? Tricycle. Yes, tricycle. Okay. And this one here? I understand. That's good. So if you understand, what's the problem? This one? Downtown. Correct. Downtown. And this one? This? What's the first word? Yeah. And what's the second word? Okay, and where's the second word? You get in there, you just gone the wrong way around.
Life after death.
Life after death.
Oh!
Life after death. Okay, so today is very, very different. I don't think we've had this few students ever before. So we're just going to have to try and work something out with those that aren't here. Or you're going to have to make very good notes and tell them what we did today. Because this is one of the things that is the hardest to do that you're going to be spoken to But here are 9 dots. I want you to join those 9 dots with 4 lines. Without picking up the pen, and you can't go through a dot twice. And the other thing was, I asked you last week, what's a mondo green? Bring it inside. Did anybody look up what a mondo green is? Yeah, you don't do your homework. We have to do our homework, but you don't do your homework. Okay, so let's get back to this one here. I want you to draw a line through all of those dots there without going 4 lines, without going lifting your pen, doing anything like that.
Can you stand, sir?
Can you?
Stand and get close to the wall.
Yeah, you can come and have a look if you want to.
Is she one of those? Is she one?
Have you got it?
It makes 5.
Any takers here?
Can I give you a clue? Think outside the box.
Oh, I would it's like, oh, but I don't think it's right. Wait, it's no, it's like this. The other way around. Like this. 1, 2. No, but it's not for like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. I don't mind.
You want to see it outside the box?
I think I have it outside. Down like this. It's a spiral.
Spiral.
Yes.
Show me.
Wait, Shanika, oh, do it. So she has okay.
Okay, any other takers? I'll put you out of misery.
The lens must be outside the box. That's what I did. Oh.
Notice you went outside the box.
Outside the box. Don't let the box ever contain you. Think outside the box.
I don't know what a mondo green is.
Okay, let's stand up for the opening prayer. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Direct, O Lord, all our actions, that by your holy inspiration, every prayer and good work of ours may always begin from you, and may by you be likewise happily ended. Our Lady of Good Counsel,
Pray for us.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay, so have you all prepared your speeches? And you want us to do something for you. That's correct. Eh? It's going to be silly to split up today. You're going to have to do it all in one group. Michael knows who his group is, although there are a couple more missing, and Charlie knows who his group is, but also there are a lot more missing. So we've got 5 out of 12.
So who's here from group red?
Okay.
Only one.
And one in your group.
Done.
You want to go first?
Yeah, we can go. So Didi and Milan, now we're going to ask for volunteers to introduce them.
Okay. What I told my group last week, or the group I was with last week, is get to know each other. Know what you want to say about the person you're going to introduce. So, I mean, we've only got one from Michael's group here, so it's mainly Charlie's group that is here. 5 out of 6, that's good. Very good. Okay, so get to know each other. When you stand up and you introduce so-and-so, I'd like to introduce them. You'll be speaking on whatever it is, and tell us a little bit about them. Get to speak to each other. Okay, let's go.
Can I ask why the poor attendance today is there?
There's some people that are at a Bible quiz, and there's other people at CSR. So it's at where the future, getting to know what they're going to be doing, etc., etc. Your lectures are in front of you to be handed out.
And there was one on the side, is that for symbol? Extra. I've got my pad and there was one on the side.
Yeah, that was for Keenan. Okay, let's get the show on the road.
Okay. Let's get it over with. Adiona? Yeah. Or you can be. Right? You have to switch the camera. So whoever wants to introduce them, please stand.
So, Ariana is a middle child. She has 2 brothers and she has 1 sister. She lives with her brother and she is very passionate about books. She loves reading books and she loves watching sad movies that are apparently nice. And she doesn't play a lot of sports, but I would say that she's introverted, misunderstood, but once you get to know her, she's one of the greatest person that you can know. And today she will be speaking about what she wants for you.
Good day to everyone. Today my speech will be about what I would like to receive from our students of religions. I mainly joined the course because I want to be able to speak in front of people. I want to learn how to properly articulate myself in front of a large crowd. So the reason why I would like to do public
Sorry. So you have it's 2 personal. We scale a record one.
Thank you.
Sorry, but I can't hear you. Goes on. Tommy. Oh, Tommy. Okay. Clock. Stopwatch.
Good day to everyone. Today my speech will be what I would like our speaker circle coaches to help me. I joined the speaker circle course so that I can be able to do public speaking without feeling embarrassed or without feeling like I'm going to pass out every 2 minutes. The reason why I want to really master the art of public speaking is because I want to be a diplomat and I want to be part of the United Nations. I want to learn how to do public speaking so that I can be the voice of the voiceless. I want to be able to go out to countries, war-torn countries that cannot do anything about their situations, and I want to be the one to give suggestions on what to do in certain situations. There's countries that are ignored, not necessarily ignored, but then the world doesn't focus too much on them, and I would like to be the person that looks into what they're going through and be there to offer suggestions and share ideas. Once I'm able to do public speaking, this is not only going to help me, but it's going to help a lot of other people, because then I can be able to share out my ideas with the rest of the world on what to do in order to support these countries that are in need of our help. So I also want to do public speaking because I've been told so many times that my voice is too soft, even though I feel like I'm very loud sometimes. So I want to be able to project my voice so that a lot of people can hear what I'm saying. And I feel like this course is helping me because I'm learning how to do that. I never thought I'd be able to learn how to do that because I don't like shouting and I don't like making noise, and I've always been a soft-spoken person. So I really want to learn how to have conversations with people and how to fit in with people, even though like I don't like being around loud people, but I want to be friends with some loud people because they seem cool, and I want to learn how they're loud as well because it looks interesting to know. Well, I find it interesting that some people are able to do things that I cannot do. So I learn from them on what to do. So I feel like joining this course has helped me know how to do that and how to properly articulate myself. Thank you.
You can educate or even
Adjudicate. So tell her what she did wrong. Oh, what's the wrong? Oh, no. Oh, comment. Oh, so I really liked your speech.
Stand up, please.
Stand up. Okay. So I really liked your speech. I liked how you made it personal, but then also like you could like rock melodies. But I think that's because you're nervous. But I really liked your speech. I think how you made it personal and how you didn't like copy from your paper. Like obviously I'm not saying you didn't prepare, but like you knew your speech, but you made it in your own way, even though you wrote your speech. But like I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's your own. Like you made it your own. Like you didn't like memorize it. Well done.
I think your speech was quite good, well prepared. And, the challenge we have is there was just too much monotonous movements that you just kept same thing, and that was a bit distracting. At one point, I couldn't focus to hear you. I was just watching your movements, but otherwise, you did well.
Your time was 2 minutes 38 seconds. And 0.1 of a second. Okay.
That's split second time, you see.
Yeah, I've got a very smart. Anyway, I didn't get grabbed by your introduction. Remember, your introduction is very, very important, as is your conclusion. Because your introduction is to grab the attention of your audience, your conclusion is to send us away, and whatever you want us to do, we're going to do for you, and we're going to be very keen. So So that's very important. So make sure you've got a good introduction and a good conclusion. Okay. Use pauses, you're a bit fast. Don't be scared to use pauses. I know when people make speeches that you want to get, if you're nervous, you want to get it done with that. Quickly as you can, you sit down. Right. Use pauses. Gives us the opportunity to absorb what you're saying and yourself the opportunity to plan what you're going to say next. Although it's only like 2 or 3 seconds, what's the big difference?
Improvements. Your voice is getting louder. It is going to get louder. And after today's lecture, your hands are not going to be raised. It's right now. It's going to be all over the place. And I always say, use what you've learned in the last week's lecture to improve this one. Like Charlie pointed out, your pacing. It's not in you. It's there to be played around. Thank you.
We're done with you. You can sit down. Okay, who's next?
Your book, Charlie.
I don't know. Who's here?
Well, you can ask Jess who's not here. You've only got one.
Okay, who's not here?
Maybe the first desk.
Jennifer, I
No,
don't know.
It's easy. Oh,
Yes.
That's the only one.
Is Lucille here?
Yes.
You can do the introduction.
Oh, me.
Oh,
If her name's Lucille, then
she did the introduction for Adiyo.
is she not here?
No,
She did it.
No, she just did one.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Did
You see, I prepare, and now you.
This is
Is the top of you?
No.
Yeah.
Tell her. There you go. Okay.
Today we welcome speaker Shaniqua, who will be speaking about what she would like for you to do for her. Shaniqua is an incredible person and very social. She loves K-pop, F1, and many other things. Since Shaniqua and I met in grade 9, and ever since then we've been the closest of friends. So I'm looking forward to what she has to say on what she would like for you to do for her.
So the horses. I don't care this. There, okay. When you're ready, go.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I stand here to talk about what I would like our coaches to do for me. What I would like for my coaches to do for me is to teach me how to overcome anxiety. I struggle a lot with social anxiety. I may look like a social butterfly, but I actually fear speaking in front of people. But I also love it at the same time. This is something that is a conflict in my mind. I struggle a lot when I have to stand in front of people and talk because I wonder, what am I going to say? What am I saying? Am I moving too much? Am I looking at people the wrong way? Who is looking at me? Why are they looking at me in that way? So I would like for my coaches to teach me how to calm down when I'm standing in front of multiple people. I am a girl who takes dramatic arts because I enjoy performing in front of audiences, speaking in front of audiences, to share my thoughts, to speak to other people out there. But what stops me is my fear. There have been multiple opportunities that I've missed. I wasn't even going to do Speaker Circle because I thought I am not capable enough to talk in front of multiple people or to even learn to talk in front of people because I fear what I say wrong, how I say it, and what I do in front of multiple people. I always, like I've mentioned, I enjoy speaking in front of people and I always stop myself because I fear what people have to say about me, which is something I'm learning to stop because I've learned that other people's opinions on me does not matter. As long as I know what I'm doing, I know that I'm spreading the right information, and I check what I say before I say it, who I say it in front of, what they think about what I say, that is them. As long as I am able to deliver my speeches and my thoughts and whatever I want and leave an audience with an impact. So once again, I would like my coaches to teach me how to stop overthinking, how to stop that feeling of anxiety within me when I am speaking in front of people, and how to actually structure what I say and make sure that it comes off to the audience in a proper manner, which they will understand what I'm saying and leave them with a big impact.
Yes. 2 minutes.
Get on.
6.
This adjudicator.
Anybody? Any comments?
Hey, sure. Hello, Shanique. Hey. I liked your speech and I liked how personal you made it. I also liked how you paced yourself. But I would say maybe also leave a few pauses. But I feel like you spoke very confidently. I like hearing you speak. It was it was a good speech, and I feel like you also had an element of relatability where you were like, oh, like I'm scared of how I'm going to be perceived, and I feel like that made you connect with the audience more.
Good speech, but I think your pace was a bit too fast. Maybe next time you try and slow down a bit, use the pause so that you're able to convey the message so that we can follow you through.
The introduction and your conclusion, you couple them up together. You wanted help. You're the person that we will help if you prepare. And that was what we said. How do you overcome anxiety? You learn what you want to talk about and you prepare. So you mentioned yourself both in the introduction and in the conclusion. And that's what we all need. If you don't prepare, you're preparing for a problem. You have to prepare. I like what you had to say. You'll all be wearing school uniforms at the final function. So your dress code is not that important, but you can look very sloppy in school uniform. You don't. You look good. And every person should actually look good in their school uniform. Diction, articulation, enunciation of your words are all good. You haven't spoken about that yet, but they look good. Slow down. You move too fast. You got to make a good thing fast. And speaking well is a good thing. So take your time. I like what you had to say. What was the time?
I think it's 2:48.
No, so it was all there. It's just up to your preparation. Thank you.
Obviously,
Tell us, you can go next, okay?
Name change.
You're sitting next to you, you can do the introduction. Okay.
introduction.
Name. How do you work on first names?
Good day, everyone. Standing in front of you is Tadelo. And today, she will be talking about what she wants us all to do for her. She is what I would say sunshine personified. She's always happy. She has this infectious energy, and her smile, showing those pretty whites, automatically just puts a smile on your face as well. She is extremely passionate about history. She always wants to know more and understand why things are the way that they are. Even today, she was asking questions. She was like, "Ma'am, why is this like this? Why are certain
why is the status quo affected and how is it affected and how has the past led us to the future. She loves talking about historical figures. She always has a fact that she can tell you about. She is the history girl. And also she loves Barbie. She loves pink. And I would say she also reminds me of Barbie in a way. She's very kind to others. She is very elegant and she has a poise to her that I feel like maybe you won't come across in your everyday life. Yes.
Just before
Did you
you
tell
start,
us her topic?
Pardon?
Did you tell us what she's going to talk about?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
just before you start, for all of you, when you start, you say, good afternoon, Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. You haven't been doing that. Did you hear me? When you start, you see the hiding behind the pillar there, I can't see that. When you start your speeches, say, good afternoon, Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Now you may start. The phone is on. I've got a very short fuse. Okay.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster, fellow members, and gentlemen. The most important journey of our lives does not necessarily involve climbing the biggest peak or trekking around. The biggest adventure one could ever do is living the life of their dreams. Today, I come before you not as just any girl presenting a speech, but as a girl with a dream to use law and diplomacy as a platform to be a voice of those whose voices are often ignored. In the wise words of Audre Lorde, I am an unfree woman as long as there are unfree women in the world, even though her shackles are completely different to mine. There are multiple young women, such as myself, in the world who dream of becoming something extraordinary. But because of those circumstances, that dream cannot be a dream but a fantasy, such as the woman in Afghanistan, where a mere cat has more rights and freedom than the woman. As a child, I have often dreamed of becoming something extraordinary. But because my interests always change, that dream has always changed. For example, in grade 1, I remember in grade 1, when I still had hope and goodness filled in this world, I wanted to become a ballerina. This was mainly because of my love for Barbie. But then eventually, 3 years later, I realized my love for animals, except for snakes or anything like them. But I wanted to become a veterinarian. Then eventually, I realized that I had a passion for world history and politics, thus leading me to want to study international relations, politics, and law. The world without women would be a world without women would cease to exist, as we are the very foundations of the leaders you see standing up today. Without women, humanity would not be possible. So, thus I say this, let us not limit the girl child of following her dreams. Therefore, I ask you, Toastmaster, please help me develop the skill of public speaking, communication, leadership, and confidence. Help me to be able to achieve my dream of reaching the global stage of diplomacy, so that I can achieve my dream and help others achieve their dream, and help them come out of the shackles they live in today. And in the wise words of the actress Angela Bassett, if the first woman God ever created was able to turn this world upside down, then surely these women together ought to be able to turn it right again. Thank you.
Anybody? Oh, I forgot to stop it. It's about 2:40.
I liked your speech, and I liked how you spoke about women and the benefits of having women around. I don't have anything bad to say about your speech. I really enjoyed it, and I don't know, man, I like it.
good introduction, a good conclusion. Well done. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Not all of you. The induced pauses. It's a very good tool there. I liked your content of your speech. It was nice and clear. With my hearing aids, I could hear everything very well. A lot of sincerity, and I like that as well. So I think all round, well done.
A bit too fast, well prepared, and whatever you did wrong, you're going to get to learn. Just don't stay absent. Don't be absent. Thank you.
Any other comment? Well done.
Yes.
One more.
Once again, sorry. So, it was the main thing here. The dream, you wanted to be a ballerina and then you wanted to do this and you wanted to do that and you wanted to do the next thing. It's going to change as well before you get to where you want to go. I still don't know what I'm going to do when I grow up. Can you believe it? But yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it because you got up on your feet and you spoke sense.
Can you do the introduction?
Me?
You next.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Purple socks.
She's actually putting on this stuff. Let's get it ready. She's
You know what that means, huh?
Hey guys, today we welcome Nomile, who will be talking about what she would like you as a Toastmasters to do for her. Nomile is the person you would find every single day with enthusiasm. She always has enthusiasm in her, a bright smile. Even on a bad day, when she has a bright day, you would never know when she has a bad day because she's always filled with such enthusiasm. And she will be in the future the world's, not first, but she will be the world's most excellent prosecutor of all time. She's gonna make it to the history books with her passion of being a prosecutor. Nomile is someone with immense energy and she is bubbly, a good nerd. And you know, she's just someone that you always find as well with history facts as well. And she loves who's
Thomas Sankara.
Yes, she loves Thomas Sankara. You'll always find her talk about Thomas Sankara. And she just has a good vision for the world. She has a good vision of what the world could be with the leaders that we have today. So here she is. Nomile. Thank you.
Just before you start, even when you're doing your introduction, what's the eye contact? Because your friends down there, just ignore them. Okay. Just make sure, even if you're doing the introduction, you speak to the audience. No, I'm just a man. You stand behind my back here. All right. Okay, it's fine.
I'll be starting it. Oh,
Go.
okay. Good day, Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. In the words of Alan Paton, cry the beloved country. Cry our beloved country, for corruption steals your riches. Cry our beloved country, for
Must I?
You're not supposed to be disturbed, you must walk.
Okay.
That's a good exercise for them.
oh
It doesn't disturb your
yes
liquors. Tuberculosis.
oh
Next time we're going to do not disturb sign.
oh yes
Okay.
okay.
You start again, all right?
Okay. Good day, Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. In the words of Alan Paton, cry the beloved country. Cry our beloved country, for corruption steals your riches. Cry our beloved country, for who will save us from our own government? Today, as I, Nomile Ngobese, stand before you, South Africa remains a country with increasingly high crime rates, with 58 murders occurring in one day.
That is equivalent to 2.4 murders being committed in 1 hour. This means that by the end of our 2-hour and 30-minute session, 5 murders would have already taken place. Despite all this, dog kids go missing, the South African Police Service operates slowly, and our president allegedly hid money under his couch. This is why I want everyone in this room to vote for a man who wears blue with remarkable pride. A man who said, "I will die by this badge." I want everyone to do something not only for me, but for the betterment of our nation. Vote Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi as the President of South Africa. The 6th of July 2025 marked a turning point in the trajectory of South Africa. Mkhwanazi had broken protocol. Instead of holding a normal press briefing, he decided to expose the corruption in the South African police service. Police ministers, police officers, politicians, state advocates, and prosecutors all had close affiliations with criminals, people who were supposed to be their enemies. I remember watching the press briefing with my mother and being as amazed as I was shocked. I had never heard of a man named Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, yet as he spoke, the only thing that ran through my mind was, I want to be like him. I had read of people like Thomas Sankara, President Ibrahim Traore, yet I had never thought that such a hero would exist in South Africa at such a time as this. Mkhwanazi had managed to freeze time. The entire nation was listening to him. In a country crippled with corruption, Mkhwanazi stands as a beacon of hope in a dark South Africa. He is far more virtuous, far more upright than some of our previous presidents and our current politicians. For example, Jacob Zuma. He not only led South Africa into state capture, but also recently appointed himself as his party's only accounting officer and his son as his first deputy president. This decision was not based on merit, but on nepotism. And this action alone serves as a stark contrast between Zuma's attitude towards corruption and Mkhwanazi's attitude towards corruption. Mkhwanazi stated that the war against corruption is like that of like that of David and Goliath. He emphasized that justice should surely prevail. Mkhwanazi is the epitome of a great leader. By stating, "I will die for this badge," he not only emphasized his commitment to his craft, but his willingness to serve the Rainbow Nation. He is articulate, wise, precise, and tactical as he is gentle. Mkhwanazi stands as a voice of reason, a voice of virtue, a voice of the people. Therefore, who better to lead South Africa out of being a mafia state than the nation's hero? He only requested for 121 missing dockets, and this action alone led to the arrest of criminals such as Brown Mukhosi, Vusi Musi, Kat Matlala, and Julius Mkhwanazi. Therefore, imagine how much more good he can do for the country, what he can do for the justice system, for schools, for disadvantaged communities, if only given the resources. Therefore, my beloved comrades, I urge you all to vote for Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi as the President of the Republic of South Africa.
Just 4.5 minutes.
And it's not finished.
You just spoke yourself out of winning.
Oh, sorry.
I liked how you used your speech to. Okay, how can I say this? I wasn't shocked that you made it political, but it's not a bad thing. I enjoyed it. As your time says, it was too long. But it was really nice. Like, I liked how you put facts and then you also put your own opinion in it. So you gave us proper examples as well. You put statistics in it. I also like how you projected yourself, and also how you articulated a lot of your words. You weren't just saying them, you knew what they meant. And yeah, I just like enjoyed how you executed it. Just
Thank
less
you.
time.
Thank you so much.
That was a nice lengthy speech, and you spoke on facts. You know, you gave your subject, you could go on forever. But it was very informative, especially for those who are following this commission right now.
Thank you, sir.
And the most unsafe people in this country are the policemen right now. Thank you for sharing.
Very good knowledge, lots of information. You started with Ellen Payton and Cry All Over the Country. You could have ended but cry. Let us not cry. Let us prosper is the Rainbow Nation.
Yes.
Just tie them up together.
Yes, sir.
It's neat and tidy. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank
It was worth coming today.
I will vote for it.
Yes! 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 Thank you.
We are convinced. There isn't an introduction. You haven't spoken yet.
She's next.
Next.
Who's going to do the introduction?
Who hasn't done
Today we have Mercedes, and she's going to be speaking about what she wants us to do for her. Mercedes is a very nice person. I've been friends with her closest. She's like my closest friend in school since I got to the school. We have the same interests and we like the same things. I really enjoy being around her, and a lot of people can also agree with me that she can put others before herself, and she's a very thoughtful person. So we have this.
Good afternoon, Mr. Toastmaster, and ladies and gentlemen. What do I want from you today? Books. I want free books. All the types of books. Digital copies, hard copies, all the books. I believe that everyone should have access to free books, and then we should be having access to free knowledge in the books that are provided to us, and we shouldn't have to pay for this. I also believe that books should be provided to us regardless of the countries that we're in, and also the circumstances that we are given. Authors should be publishing their books for free rather for profit. If they are writing their books in terms of passion, then they should not be wanting a profit from it. Books range up to 40 Rand up to 1,215. The gap towards that is so great that the least book that you could get is probably rather insignificant to your needs or the knowledge that you can intake. The most expensive books are also the books that give us the greatest knowledge. The books that we use to learn in our day-to-day lives and also in the schools are mostly the ones that range up to the highest number you can think of. This limits our intake of knowledge, and also it limits the passion that we get from reading the books. And also this limits my consumption rate, as whenever I want to get a new book, I think about how much do I have to put aside. Okay, sorry. This also limits my consumption rate, as every time I think about getting a new book, I always have to mind about, okay, how much is it going to be? How much do I have to put aside? How much do I have to ask my mom to put aside? How many books am I going to be able to get? If one book is just 300 Rand, that means I can only get 2 books. Thus, I believe that you should make books free for everyone in the world to intake, and to also use this into their advantage, whether it's reading fiction or reading like an informative biography about the person that you like the most. Thank you.
So I liked your speech. I totally agree with what you said, because I also sort of look in the sky. But other than that, your speech was amazing, and I totally agree with everything that you said.
Well-prepared speech, but I didn't know why you had to use the key. Because at one point, I'm sure you were not actually reading it, you were just looking down and lifting your head, and then you continue carrying on. So you had it, but you didn't trust yourself. So you must trust yourself and make sure that you make a good delivery. Otherwise, it was a good speech.
All the speeches were good. Yours, preparation. And I was about to say that no one used the notes. There is an improvement, and I'll tell you why. Everybody knew their subject. It was easier, right? If you know your subject, everything becomes easy. I mean, I think you got peripheral vision. She wasn't using the notes, but she knew when to go to the next page. Did you see that? No, she was going, but she didn't move it. Like she could see, like. But well done to everybody.
Well done. All of you.
Good job.
Good job.
Relax. You were very, very tense when you were. And you didn't get me better. Because the noise was incredible. I don't know what they're doing.
Remember what I said last week about fear?
Yeah.
It's only one place, it's inside you, I can't see it. When you stand there nervous, you wonder. Nothing to be scared about. You're not going to get into trouble. You're not going to get lines to write or detention or anything. All right. Just going to get some trouble from it. Okay. Slow down. You move too fast.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Somebody must introduce this gentleman.
This is my name is Michael Wright.
Are you introducing the
Yes. My name is Michael, Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor to introduce an exceptional individual, Chris Arugwai. He's a devoted husband to his wife Fatima, and a proud father of 3 wonderful children, 2 boys and 1 girl. Naughty little boys. Chris has a rich history of leadership within the Knights of the Garment of Corpus Christi Council number 4, where he began as the secretary for 4 years. His dedication and commitment to the order led him to rise through the ranks and become Deputy Grand Knight now, and serves on many other committees like the Chicken Line. He's his active work, that's his job. Professionally, Chris holds a degree in archaeology and tourism from the University of Nigeria. Does everybody know what archaeology is?
What is it?
Archaeology.
Yes, like historical artifacts. Yes. Wow, sir.
So you'll be able to tell who am I even 100 years from now. And tourism from the University of Nigeria, I said that. He furthered his studies with a master's degree from the University of Pretoria, specializing in heritage and cultural tourism. He is a professional member of several esteemed organizations, including the South African Tourism Association, the South African Association for Conference Industry, and the Southern African Communications Industry Associations. You see why I had to write this down. In addition to his impressive academic credentials, Chris and MPhil, that's a master's in philosophy. I don't know why they showed it, in human rights law, from the University of Pretoria. He is actually involved in the academia as part-time lecturer, guiding final year students and certifying them as tour guides at the University of Pretoria. Furthermore, he has pursued various professional courses at Gordon's Business School and the Galilee International Management Institute, where he specializes in project management. Today, Chris will share his expertise in body language, which, by the way, is 55% of whatever you can articulate while doing your speech. You're going to learn more about that as well. That's an essential skill for effective communication in the aspects of life. Please join me in welcoming Chris Arthur.
Should we wait for you?
Quiet or down?
Bring your hands right here.
Take the window closer.
Ah, she's doing it.
No. I was just joking.
Fewer the pupils, more the noise.
From outside, people with more than words. When I was walking in there to announce people that are supposed to have been in the class of Morelia, there was no one in the class, so the teacher came all the way to the gate and said, "Where are you guys?" And I just saw students coming out from every corner. That's good. Yeah.
Right for you to come back. No, but we sat without power for 2 days. And then in hospital, they picked up a problem. So I hope nothing came.
And then somebody gave it away.
That might, because Madam Mayoress doesn't allow overtime. So fixed the next day, so they left it open. 40 meters of high-tension cable gone.
You know, they take it out of the room. They take it back with the years.
Yeah.
Fasten a rope around it with a chain and they just drag it down.
Slides out of the conduit of life. Out of the sea.
My son says that the same thing at the middle of town. Same thing happened about 3 weeks ago when it was twice. At the cable.
When I was working on the fiber optic, there was deep pilot holes in certain places. And the guys took it for 50 meters.
You solve the problem.
So they just drag down 50 meters. Thank you very much. You could be the headmistresses.
Good afternoon, Mr. Toastmaster, ladies, brothers. Today we're going to talk about body language, which is your superpower. But before we go there, I just want us to do something, just a little exercise. It's not too difficult. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Tell me how many F's. How many people found 2F? 3, 4, 5, 6.
One, two, three.
Let me also give you a chance. Second chance.
4, 5. It's 5. 1, 2.
It's 6.
6.
6F. So here you start, finish, files, off, scientific. So that's 6 plus this off. So we already mixed it. Well, that was just to bring your mind back to the lecture. Body language, what's the composition of body language? We have posture, your gesture, eye contact, and facial expression. Those are the components that will take you through to understand body language. Today we are going to discuss body language, which is your superpower. Why you, the audience, are the superheroes. We will cover the following: the reasons behind body language, including the underlying facts, which are posture, eye contact, and facial expression. Then I will conclude by sharing a short story about a visit to a box factory. Body language plays a powerful role while we communicate. You must face your audience. From the first day we started this lecture, I see everyone doing the right thing. There's no one that has stood up here and backed the audience. It is quite important that you face your audience when you speak, because they are the superheroes. You can enhance your appearance through appropriate attire, and you have seen it here. For all the brothers that appear here to speak to you, we always give that respect. We have our tie on. The Toastmaster always has his tie on every day. That is a respect. I'm making sure that when he appears in front of you, he is well dressed. When you get off the stage, I saw one of the lady, I don't want to point the person, she had too many things in her pocket. Her pocket was all over. Make sure that you have everything, you empty your pocket. Make sure that you are free. No excessive jewelries, not having too many things around you. Make sure it is just you and you're free. Those things can be a big distraction for your audience. Rather than listening to your message that is being conveyed to them, they will be looking at your jewelries or what you stuffed into your pockets. You must also remember, this is quite important. You must always remember the first 60 seconds of your presentation is a vital moment. You need to convince your audience. If you make your audience to sleep in your first 60 seconds, then all through your presentation, nobody's going to listen to you. You must make them understand that your first 60 seconds is very important so that you can carry on with your presentation. As the audience will quickly assess your confidence, the first 60 seconds will assess your confidence. Are you sincere? Or you're there to play with your mind? They also assess your approachability. You don't get on stage and start fighting or keeping a very strong face. No, you don't smile. You're not there to fight with anyone. You're there to pass on a message. And when you pass a message, you must pass it on so that they can get the message across. So you must be approachable. After being introduced, you must walk confidently to your speaking position. Establish a connection with your audience. Very important. You must have eye contact with them, minimize movements and gestures initially to allow the audience to get used to your presence. Remember, over 50% of public speaking is conveyed through your body language. Brother Mike just told you that when he was introducing me. 50% of your message should be through your body language. So you must be able to convey the appropriate body language. Appropriate body language. Why body language? You must know exactly how and where to stand. Where do we all stand in this class? Yeah. So you must know exactly where to stand. If you're going to a strange space, maybe they invite you to Cape Town, you're not sure about the podium, or you're not sure about the stage, get there early enough to make sure that you know exactly where you're going to stand and you know exactly what to do. If you have to project, get there early, make sure that everything is working and they're all perfect. We can also demonstrate some positions you should not do. When you're on stage, I don't think it's appropriate to put your hands in your pockets. Neither is it appropriate to put your hands in the chest. It's overbearing. That's a position of authority. You must know what not to do when you're on stage. Because the whole focus is on you. And your body language must tally with what you're expressing. Now, how should you stand? I will plead you all to stand so that we can find a base posture. If you don't mind, can you all stand? Please be mindful of the person next to you. But ladies, place your feet apart, stand at ease, close your eyes. There's nothing bad that's going to happen to you. Just close your eyes for this moment. And look up the ceiling. Lift up your hand above your head. Both hands. Get a good stretch in the Hallelujah position. And softly let your hand drop. Look down. That is your base position. Next, you can sit down, please. Thank you. Thank you. You don't need to go through all that. But what you need to do is you must be able to understand your base position. When you are at your base position, you can speak. You can breathe well, you can actually speak well, and the audience will understand you. Body language serves as a powerful tool in public speaking, enhancing clarity and emphasis on your message. Effective communication relies on projecting earnestly. And one of the most popular words I've come to learn in speaker circle is enthusiasm. You must be enthusiastic. And it also conveys sincerity, which requires aligning your gestures and actions with the spoken words. You must align the gestures that you're going to make and your spoken words. So it must tally. Emphasizing your natural gestures can significantly improve your effective speaking language. So you have to speak effectively, but your gestures and your spoken word must align. There's an old adage that says, a picture is worth a million words. I repeat, a picture is worth a million words. That expresses how your gesture and your posture should be able to convey your message. This illustrates the importance of body language in conveying message. For example, using gestures to create a vivid imagery for your audience. Can I ask Adiona, can you stand please? Can you help me sell a shoe to your friend without saying anything? No words spoken, just gestures. That should be a running shoe. Thank you. Because I see you. So that's a running shoe. So your gestures, we must understand the gestures. It's quite important whenever we are communicating. The underlying facts of body language. The first one will be posture. This is a position. So I went back to get a definition of posture. Posture is a position in which you hold your body while standing. You can't stand like this. It's not possible. You need to stand upright. Posture breeds success. Now that you know how to stand at ease, it's time to learn how to move. Beside the transition, your hand is very important. It will illustrate how to use your hand for successful public speaking. You can't get to stage and start middling with your hand all over. Everybody's going to get distracted. You must be able to know when to raise your hand and the position you're going to place it. For example, let me illustrate something. Last week, I attended the class where Brother Brian spoke about donating blood. I was convinced. Then the next week, I started donating blood. Now, you see the gestures I use. Last week, I attended the class that Brother Brian informed us about donating blood. And I was convinced that I would start donating blood. Those are the kind of gestures that we expect you, or the postures that we expect you to use. The gesture also is defined as a movement of hand, arm, head, or body used to express idea, feeling, or meaning. We have 7 types of gestures, or 7 strengths that a gesture can be used to convey a message. The 7 reasons of gestures, you have to clarify and support your words. The first reason is gesture is used to clarify and support your words. Dramatize your idea. When you watch players, whether rugby, soccer, you see how they dramatize when they score. They try to dramatize it. You can also use it to lend emphasis and vitality. Help dissipate nervous tension. Remember, if you move your arm or your body in the appropriate way, tension gets off. You're less stressed. you're confident. Functions as visual aids. It stimulates audience participation. That's the sixth. Then the seventh, they are highly visible. We as humans, we like anything that's visible. Gesture of palm open gives the facts and objects. Palms up, not down. We will get to that just now. Now I want to illustrate something. Just pay attention. I'm going to use 3 signs with my hand. Now you need to tell me which is more appropriate. Let me start with this. Those on the right, please move to the left. That's the first one. The second one. Those on the right, please move to the left. The last one. Those on the right, please move to the left. Which do you think is more effective? Which one? The second one. That's good. I said these ladies are all prepared for this course. The first one is used by who? It's always politicians. They always use this. A very good example is Clinton. He said, I had nothing to do with the lady. I've forgotten her name now. Now, Lewinsky. This is not used always. This is the most appropriate. And when you speak, your audience, never you point your audience like this. It is wrong. It is ineffective. You must speak like that. That gives you open. It leaves you open rather than pointing people around. So this is a research that was done by Harvard Business School. It shows that when you put through a command with your palms open, people or the audience respect it more than you pointing to them. Gestures work. There are 3 ways in illustrating or for you to know the various parts of your body to be able to know how to gesture. You should understand the 3 zones. Can someone tell me shoulder up? What is it called? Any idea? Shoulder up. I just mentioned it earlier. Spiritual. That's the hallelujah position. You see in churches, priests or pastors, they want to praise God. It's always go that way. The second will be waist downwards. What's that position? Sorry?
Feet with shoulders and feet width apart.
Speak up.
With feet width apart.
Close to that, but it's called a zone of despair. You see, when people, for example, you get somewhere. Sorry, did you get me? It's a zone of despair. For example, if you're mourning, you get somewhere, you see most of the people cry by going downwards. So that's the zone of despair. Between your shoulder and your waist. What's that zone called? Good. That's the zone of, it's a descriptive, it gives you the descriptive gestures. Remember, most of your gestures are between here and down here. So that is the zone that's quite important. Please, when you make gestures, avoid making repetitive movements with no bearing with your spoken message. You must avoid it. You can't get to stage and start doing repetitive movements unless you're a rapper. So open palm, like I said earlier, according to the Harvard Business School research, 84% of those taking instruction for those who use open palm, 84% of people comply. Closed palm, 52 compliance. And the finger palm, the finger one, only 28% comply. Never use your fingers at your audience. It looks arrogant. Like I said earlier, only politicians use it. No matter what you do right, it doesn't look nice. Postures convey powerful visual images about your attitudes and confidence when speaking. I want to illustrate something. If someone gets to stage and he's like this, what do you think it is? Or if you meet your friend and then your friend is folding his arms, what does that mean? It's being defensive, indifference. Hands on the hip indicates authority, control. Leaning against a desk or slouching communication, it communicates lack of confidence. When you get to stage, you start leaning against the wall. It doesn't communicate confidence. You must be able to stand appropriately. Your body position reflects your emotional states. And it can slightly impact how your audience perceive you. Good postures not only enhances your confidence and presence, but also aids in proper breathing and voice projection, reducing nervous tension and minimizing distractive movements. You can only put your hands in your pocket when you're in a casual position, not a formal position where you're called to address your mates or address the class or make a plea for something. Positions, you have to position your feet and hip apart with equal weight distribution. Avoid leaning too far over the edge if you're on the stage. You must know what to do. That's why I said earlier, you must understand your stage. You don't go to the edge of the stage, then maybe by mistake somebody falls over and they start calling 911. When you speak to a small audience like this, it's appropriate to remain stationary. When you speak to the medium audience, move to engage everyone. Don't worry, I'll speak louder. Don't worry, I'll speak louder. Okay, I'll wait for it.
I think they're after us today.
They're after us today.
Thank goodness I'm not a teacher.
If it doesn't come back, we'll run.
Yeah, maybe they throw me over the
The last time you went, two of you went. So it was more effective. Now she's alone, it might not be effective. Thank you. Thank you. Did you solve the problem? Yes. Solutions engineer.
How did you do it? I said, read your mouth.
No, I was like, can you guys please keep quiet?
So we get back to our
Body
lecture.
language. Please.
When, according to this stage, you must adapt your movement. So your movement on the stage must be based on the size of the audience. When you have a small audience, like what we have now, there's no need to move around that much. You can be stationary, you remain stationary on a small audience. When you have a medium audience, you move to engage with everyone. When you have a medium audience, when you have a large audience, you must move freely to connect with different sections, returning to the base position for emphasis. When you're speaking in public, you must be able to understand your immediate speaking environment. Be aware of your surroundings and any inanimate objects. Today, we almost had an incident. One of you almost fell. That may impair, these are things that might impair your presentation. I mentioned it earlier, you must familiarize yourself with the venue and make necessary adjustments to enhance your speaking experience. The next is eye contact and facial expression. Eye contact is crucial in communication. Very important. You must be able to have eye contact with all those who are present in the as audience. It reflects understanding, sincerity, and confidence. It acts as a steering wheel for your audience attention. Without it, they may feel excluded or they might disengage. There are audience that you get to, so people are fiddling on their phones and all that. But your eye contact will bring them back to listen to your message. Your facial expression must align with your spoken messages to convey the correct meaning. For example, the same phrase can be interpreted differently based on the speaker's tone or expression. Your face communicates emotion, attitudes through various features. If I smile, everybody's just going to wonder why is he smiling. Sometimes you can just start smiling. But when you get to stage, then you start putting up a tough face. That's not proper. People might get away from your message, they might shut themselves off. Your face communicates emotion and attitudes through various features. Tetelo, right? Can you tell me how many features you have on your face? Please.
Oh, my body, my...
No, your face, not your body.
My face. No, I was thinking of my face features.
Yes. No. It's not an exam. Just tell me what you...
Oh, my body. Oh, my
Your
face
face,
features.
yeah.
Yes. Oh.
What are the features of your face?
Oh, like I have big eyebrows. Oh, and then my favorite feature is that I have beauty spots on like my eyebrows and my eyelids. Wow. Yeah.
Why are you mentioning other things? You have your mouth,
Oh.
your nose, your cheek, your eyes, your forehead. Those are the features facial expressions. When you close your eyes when you're speaking, you're passing a message like you're not interested in what the person is saying. When you're surprised, you open your eyes to show that sign that you're surprised. So your mouth indicates determination and happiness when you laugh. Your nose can express reaction to smell. Sometimes people use their nose to wave people apart. Cheek reflects temperature and sensation. Your eyes shows defiance or surprise. Your forehead indicates seriousness through frowning. Nervousness can manifest in facial movements, which may in turn make the audience feel uneasy or less receptive. Audiences often mirror the speaker's expression. This will project sincerity if you engage effectively. Now, most of the time you talk about yourself when you use your body language. But there's one part that we always ignore. The audience. They are the superheroes. You must be able to engage with your audience at all times. What happens if the audience does not realize they are on this hero's journey? You must be able to engage them at all times. If the eye contacts are not working, I've illustrated something today that almost all of you are engaged. I called you up surprisingly. That's just to engage you, so you're not lost. So for me, I've used that to engage you as my audience. It is a way to re-engage with the audience. Do not be afraid to use it. You have to engage the audience. Keep the heroes on their journey, because your audience are your superheroes. In conclusion, body language is your superpower. You must always stand strong. Gesture effectively and mind your audience. Before I take questions, can I read my little story?
Yes.
I mentioned to you earlier that I'm going to read a story about a visit to a box factory. As the school bus rolled to the stop outside the box factory, please pay attention. I'm going to use gestures. I'm going to use my body language in order to illustrate this. As the school bus rolled to the stop outside the box factory, Lily's eyes sparkled with excitement. She bounced on her seat, her hands gripping the edge of the seat. I can't wait to see how they make boxes, she exclaimed, her voice bubbling with enthusiasm. Emma, sitting beside her, rolled her eyes with smile. It's just boxes. Lily, how interesting can that be? Lily turned to Emma. Her eyebrows raised in a playful challenge. You'll see it. It's going to be amazing. She leans in closer, her eyes wide open, and her smile infectious. As they entered the factory, they met Mr. Thompson. Mr. Thompson greeted them with a warm smile of welcome. His arms opened wide in a welcoming gesture. Welcome to Mr. Thompson's box factory. I am called Mr. Thompson, and I'm thrilled to show you how we create the magic of packaging. His voice boomed with excitement, and his gestures grandly to the machines behind him. His hands slicing through the air as if he were conducting an orchestra. Lily's posture strengthened, and she leaned forward, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. What do you mean by magic? She asked, her face lit up with wonder. Mr. Thompson chuckled, his laughter deep and infectious. Let me show you. He gestured to the group to follow him, walking with a purposeful stride. His hands animatedly describing the process. First, we take the large sheet of cardboard and cut them to sizes. He mimicked the cutting motion with his hands, making a slicing gesture in the air. As they approached the cutting machine, Mr. Thompson maintained eye contact with students. Ensuring they were engaged. He said, watch closely. His eyes twinkling. The machine rolled to life, and he raised his hands in excitement as the blades whirled through. See, just like that, we can create any size of box you can imagine. Lily's mouth dropped open in awe, and she turned to Emma, her eyes wide. Did you see that? It's so cool, she exclaimed, her hands clapping together in delight. Emma, still skeptical but intrigued, crossed her arms and tilted her head. Okay, that's kind of interesting, she admitted. Her facial expression softened as she watched the process of the cardboard unfold. Next, Mr. Thompson led them to the assembly line. Now, this is where the magic continues. He spread his arms wide, his enthusiasm contagious. Here we fold, we glue, and we assemble the boxes. It's all about teamwork. He pointed to the workers who were moving swiftly, their hands stiffly folding cardboard and applying glue. Lily mimicked the workers, pretending to be folding a box with exaggerated movements, her eyes sparkling with joy. Look, Emma, I'm a box maker. She laughed, her face lighting up with a playful grin. Emma couldn't help but smile at her friend's enthusiasm. Okay, you might be onto something, she said, uncrossing her arms and straightened up, her posture relaxing as she began to enjoy the experience. As they moved to the packaging section, Mr. Thompson demonstrated how boxes were filled with products. And here's the final step. He gestures dramatically, his eyes with excitement. We make sure everything is secured and ready for delivery. His expression turned serious for a moment. Every box has a purpose. It protects what's inside. Lily nodded, her face thoughtful as she processed this new information. So boxes are important, she asked, her brow furrowed slightly. Absolutely, Mr. Thompson replied, leaning closer, his tone earnest. Without boxes, our product wouldn't make it to the stores safely. They are like little protectors. He made a protective gesture with his arms, wrapping them around an imagery inbox, a kind of imaginary inbox. As the talk came to an end, Mr. Thompson gathered the students around. Remember, every time you see a box, think of the journey it took to get to you. It's not just a cardboard. It's a story. He smiled warmly, his eyes scanning through the group, making sure everyone felt included. Lily's face lighted up with understanding as she turned to Emma, her eyes shining. I can't wait to tell everyone about this box. Boxes are amazing. Emma, finally convinced, nodded enthusiastically. Yeah, they really are. Who knew a box factory could be this cool? As they exited the factory, Lily skipped her head, her arms outreached as if she were flying. Emma followed, her smile wide. Both girls bubbling with excitement about their newfound appreciation for the humble box. The visit to the box factory transformed Lily and Emma. The emphasis was on Emma's perspective through a variety of postures, gestures, eye contact, and facial expression. Mr. Thompson brought the world of boxes to life, igniting curiosity and appreciation in the hearts of the young visitors. Thank you for listening. Do you have questions for me? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Could you imagine going with your eyes closed to that presentation? actually the problem is speaking. Idonia, from where you are, just tell us about your favorite breakfast.
Favorite breakfast.
Your favorite meal.
My favorite meal is sushi. I don't have a reason why I like it. I just like it because I just love seafood in general. So I just love all seafood. So I don't necessarily have. But my favorite is sushi, but I don't have a reason why I like it. I could eat sushi any day. I know that's not healthy, but.
Switch to something.
Now we're in the dark. Would you like to tell me about who's travelled in a taxi before? You travelled in a taxi? Okay, tell me about your best travel, your best trip in a taxi. All your words. Yeah. The second grocery is for the car.
Okay, my best travel in a taxi. I don't have a best travel in a taxi because I don't like being in a secluded, I'd say, box of a car, because that's what a taxi is to me. There's crying children, there's a lady eating her snacks, there's just no order in a taxi. So I wouldn't say I have the best travel destination in it. It's always been quite uncomfortable to be in a taxi because you always have to also have your wits together. Anything can happen. There's always someone can pickpocket you or something like that. You have to be very vigilant and alert, and you can't stop on the side for something that you want. You just have to sit there until you reach your destination, and you have to bear with whatever the driver sees fit. So I wouldn't say I have a best one, but it is a very interesting experience to be in a taxi. So I'd give it that. Thank you.
Who's got something else they want spoken?
Where we know, Monday's a public holiday. Tell us why you think Women's Day is important.
Can you repeat the prompt?
In less than 3 hours.
Okay, I'll make it short but sweet, but leaves you with a wow. So, the reason why I think Women's Day is an important day is because I think the world doesn't, it's starting to be a whole thing that, women can actually do this, feminism. Nowadays, feminism is starting to be a real thing. But in the past, no one knew the strength of a woman. And I think the women in history had so much oomph to them that they were willing to do so many things for the future. So the question is, what are we gonna, So Women's Day is an important day because the women in the past had so much strength to do for the future. They had so much knowledge, even though they had so much knowledge, even though stereotypically women back then were not supposed to have so much knowledge. But yet this woman that contradicted, or rather showed the male ideology that yes, we women can do it. We women can be leaders. We women can actually lead strikes and change stereotypical ideologies. So I think Women's Day, and also the fact that we women are very powerful. We are powerful when we put our mind to it. So Women's Day is an important day because it shows that the strengths and the tribulations that we women had to go through to get to where we are to this point. And I think in the future, if we young ladies can put our mind to it and stop being lazy in a way. We can actually lead to greater heights. So that is why I think Women's Day is an important day, as it is a reminder of where we came from and then a reminder of where we can go. So thank you.
Okay, who wants to tell me about every day's Father's Day? No takers. Oh, come on. Who wants to tell me about clouds?
Clouds. Oh, clouds.
Roberta.
Clouds. Okay.
The fluffy, red cute, okay. Let's see.
Good day, everyone. Today I will be speaking about the beauty and the wonder of clouds. Clouds. Clouds are a symbol of hope. You know that when a cloud arrives, there is rain. Especially in a drought. So people who may not be as fortunate and people that are subsistence farmers, or they rely on the ground and nature for their livelihood and work, can look towards the clouds for navigation and know that when the clouds do appear, they carry rain, they carry hope, they carry support, the support that they need in everything that they do. I love clouds. Clouds bring calm. I love it when it rains. Not too much though. Not too much. Not too much. I like it when it rains and I'm at home and I'm in bed and you have a little warm drink to warm you up. I don't necessarily like it at school when it rains, but clouds create this ambiance of dark academia where you're walking through the halls of Loreto, Merwod is here, and you're like, and it creates this vibe of seriousness and the smell that clouds have with the soil is very calming. It's very nice. Yes, I love clouds.
Okay, who hasn't made a speech? What would you like to talk about? Okay, go and tell us.
What teaser? Talk about philosophy. Oh, teaser. Your favorite play?
My favorite play? Ooh, yay. Wait.
Teaser.
My favorite play. My favorite music genre. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Well, good day everyone, once again. I stand here to talk about my favorite music genre, which is K-pop. This is one genre that is popular, but it also is very looked down upon because people somehow hate on K-pop because it's in another language. While they still listen to Spanish music, Afghan's music, but the moment it is Korean music, anything that has to do with Asians, they want to hate on it. People don't understand why people actually like K-pop. They think it's just because the artists look very beautiful, they look very nice wherever they are, and it is not because of that. Majority of the people that I have met who like K-pop have deep backstories to how they ended up actually finding their way to K-pop and why they actually like certain K-pop idols. K-pop is not just random music. Just because it is in another language, it doesn't mean that you cannot find comfort in it while listening to it. The lyrics, for you to understand the lyrics, you need to search them up, look at them, understand them, and you will see the deep meaning behind the songs. Even if you don't look up the lyrics, you can still feel it through the melody and how they sing, how they harmonize, and how the K-pop industry as a whole is together. And being in the K-pop community, I have met the most amazing people out there. When I go to events, it's very rare in South South Africa to actually find people that actually like K-pop. So when I go to events, when I find them, I make sure that I actually go to them, and when I get there, I see people that like the music that I like, and I actually get to connect and be myself. Thank you.
Ooh, I used to love them. Can I add a thing to this? Oh, I don't like the fact that the people who hate them now they like India. Right? I really don't like that. It's becoming more mainstream.
Okay, I want you to carry across to the people who weren't here today what you can of Chris's presentation. I don't know how we're going to get to do it again.
At least tell them to be
Just so much. It doesn't want to leave about
online.
Okay.
Oh, from our group. Oh!
Let's put it this way, chocolate toys.
Okay, what I want you to do next week in your speech is use what Chris has given us today. I want you to demonstrate something or sell something to me, whether it be a motor car, it's got 5 doors, or a bicycle, it's got 2 wheels, and 52 spokes. I want you to demonstrate what you want to sell. Doesn't have to be here. I want you to work on it, that it is here, or you tell us what you're trying to sell, what it's got, why you want to buy it, etc., etc., etc. Yes?
So can we use words?
Can we use?
Words.
Wireless?
Words.
Words?
No.
Yes. What else are you going to use to make a speech?
I thought you were saying we should just use
No,
gestures.
you wouldn't. I want you to make a speech using. He was that tall. She was that short. It was a marriage made by somebody else. Definitely not in heaven. Yes.
So can we recite a poem?
No. Because you've learned that by heart. Okay. You need to use your body to do something that we can see what you're getting at. One of the topics that I normally give after this is demonstrate going into a shop to buy a pair of shoes without saying a word. So you walk into the shop, you look through the shoes, call the person across to come and look at them, say, size 10, okay? And that's just what you need to do next week. Use words and demonstrate. Yes.
So we are like trying to convince you to buy something, and we are advertising something with gestures and
Yeah. I want you to sell a cup and saucer and a teapot, whatever you want to sell. Yes.
So is it supposed to be like necessarily something that you can buy, or can you just describe something?
Well, something that you want to describe to us, that we will understand where you're going with it. Okay. Can we say the closing prayer, please? Eternal Father, give us the courage to speak up in public whenever the occasion demands that we should do so. Expressing views leading to a greater love of our fellow people, and try and grow towards a greater love of you. This we ask in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, Our Lady of the Council.
Pray for us. Father,
Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Amen.
Also, it doesn't have to be real.
Does it have to be?
Real, like what you want to sell.
imaginary.
No, it could be a dinosaur. I mean, I believe dinosaurs are the in thing these days.